Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Cisco CCNA-Eigrp-Lab. Again, in this lab, I'm going to use three routers, router 1, router 2, router 3, as you see in the diagram. And in the router, there are loopbacks on each router. And also, there is a link. So, for example, 10.12.12.0 and 10.23.23.23.0. So, what we are going to do, we are going to enable EIGRP AS number 101. So in the EIGRP AS number, so very important thing is the AS number has to match. So between two routers, AS number has to match. And also, so for example, AS number and also K values. So we are going to see what are the K value. By default, K values are K1, and if you see here, K1 is 1, K3 is 1, and K2, K4, K5 is 0. So let's look at the first, let's configure the EIGRP, then let's look at the K values and how to change the K values. So if I change the K values, the neighbors should go down. So guys, let's quickly configure. Let's look at the condition first. Condition wise, I'm asking to configure EIGRP, check the neighbor table, topology table and routing table, check the K values, change the K values, the neighbor will go down, then try to bring up the K values same, then try to ping. So it's very easy lab guys. So let's start doing the labs. So right now I'm on R1. So let's move the diagram a bit further up. Okay, so I'm on router 1 here, then router 2, router 3. Let's try to see all the IPs on router 1, router 2 and router 3. Since I pre-configured, I want to make sure there are no routing protocols. Show IP protocols. There are no routing protocols running. Here also show IP protocols. So if you type show IP protocols, it will tell you if you are running any dynamic routing protocols. So I'm not running any dynamic routing protocol. I can type show run pipe include into 255 shut just to see all the IP addresses. So I'm saying loopback 0 and Ethernet 01. I will type the same IP, same command to router 2. Router 2 has two Ethernets and also router 3. And also guys, if everything is good from router 2, I should be able to ping both the sides. So let's try to ping 10.12.12.1. So it tells me my configuration is good. I'll ping the other side 10.23.23.3. I'm good. So guys, we are going to configure EIGRP on every router. So let's start with router 1. It's pretty simple. Show IP interface brief. I have the IP, so I can directly go config T router EIGRP AS number is 101. So in fact, it's called autonomous system number. It has to be same across all the routers. Then I'm going to type no auto summary. It's like old RIP version 2. Then I'm going to advertise my network. My networks are network 10.1.1.0, 0.0.0.255. Same way network 10.12.12.0, 0.0.0.255. So let's configure everything. Then let's try to look at the configuration what I did. So let's go to R2. Let's go to R2 to do the configuration. Let's bring up my previous command to advertise very easily. So config T router EIGRP 101 network 10.2.2.0, 0.0.0.255. That's it. Then network 10.23.23.0, 0.0.0.255. The network 10.12.12.0, 0.0.0.255. So let's check if router 1 I did properly. Yeah, I did properly, so I already have a neighbor relationship. Let's configure router 3. So router 3 is simple. I can look at the diagram, then I can just advertise the routes. So let's go and configure router 3. Config T router EIGRP 101 no auto summary, network 10.3.3.0, 0.0.0.255, network 10.23.23.0, 0.0.0.255. So guys, before we look at the configuration, let's look at all router configuration. Then we can just analyze everything. On router 1, show run section EIGRP. So basically I have only, so no auto summary by default, so you're not seeing the command even though I typed. So these are the commands on router 1. So you can write down, guys, the commands. Here also same thing, show run section EIGRP. There are 3 advertisement here, show run section EIGRP. So router should have 2 EIGRP neighbors. If I type show IP EIGRP neighbors, so good thing about EIGRP, it tells you how much time my EIGRP neighbor is up. So this neighbor was up 46 seconds ago. This neighbor was up 1 minute and 20 seconds ago. And you have to understand the queue count has to be 0. So only if queue count is 0, the OSPF is stable. So lots of people, they don't realize about the queue count parameter. So you have to make sure that queue count parameter is set to always 0. So basically this parameter, it has to be always 0. And also guys, this is the uptime I was mentioning. So let's go and configure a couple of other commands. Okay guys, so what I want to do after EIGRP neighbor table, I want to look at the topology table, show IP EIGRP topology. So basically what we have to understand, there are P entries and A entries. P is good, and here the first number is called feasible distance, and this distance is called advertised distance. So always higher number is called feasible distance, this number is advertised distance. Let's look at the routing table, show IP route EIGRP. Look at one of them guys, this 10334. This 90 stands for administrative distance, this is feasible distance. You can see the same number here. So in topology table, feasible distance come to the front. In routing table, feasible distance come to the last. So again guys, we saw the 3 tables in EIGRP. I'll do one more time. Show IP EIGRP neighbor. So this is the neighbor table. Then show IP EIGRP topology. This is the topology table. Then from topology table, EIGRP performs dual algorithm or diffusion update algorithm to get the routing table. The command is show IP route EIGRP. So EIGRP is advanced distance vector protocol. It is not a link state protocol, even though it has 3 tables. Okay guys, let's go and check. So let's go and check the questions further. The question wise I am saying, so then check the K values of R1. So K value should be same everywhere. If I go to R1, the best way to see the K value is show IP protocols. When I type show IP protocols, it tells me K1, K2, so K1 and K3 is 1, K2, K4, K5 is 0. So technically these numbers has to be same across all the devices to neighbors to be established. And also guys, for the curiosity, even though it's a high level, show IP EIGRP traffic. It tells me different EIGRP packet types. Again, it's beyond the scope of CCNA. These are different types of EIGRP packets: hello, update, query, reply, and acknowledgement. And there is something called stuck in active query and stuck in active replies. Okay guys, so what I had to do next, I had to change the K values and show you that neighbor is going down. So let's go to R1, change the K value. As soon as I change the K value, okay, for example, show run section EIGRP. So what I will do, I will go to my router EIGRP 101 and I will type the command metric weights. Normally you must type toss value, toss has to be 0 always, then 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So I'm changing the K value. So as soon as I change the K value, I'm getting neighbor down. it should say k value mismatch, so I'm getting the answer. So if I type do show run section EIGRP, you will see do show run section EIGRP. Now I see the command metric weight 0. So because the default values are 1 0 1 0 0, if you change anything other than default, I'm sure R2 also should get the same message. Yeah, it's getting the same message. So what we will do, let's go and change back. So what I will do, metrics weights 0, then 1 0 1 0 0. I'm typing the default value. So when I type the default value, I will not see in the running configuration anymore. Let's enter to bring up the neighbor. Neighbor is up, and let's type show run section EIGRP. You're not seeing the k value anymore. So neighbor is up right now. If I type show IP EIGRP neighbor, neighbor is up just 12 seconds ago. Guys, again, EIGRP is nothing heavy to study, but you have to understand EIGRP is a Cisco proprietary protocol. It has support for unequal course path load balancing by variance command, and entries. For example, if I type show IP route EIGRP, these entries are called successor entries. Successor is nothing but best route. And also if I type show IP EIGRP topology, the entries here are called feasible successors. So feasible successors are backup routes. They are in the topology table, and the successor is a best route. It is in the routing table. Again, guys, right now everything should be working. So if I go to router 1, I should see 3 EIGRP route, show IP route EIGRP, and also if I go to R3, I should see 3 EIGRP route, show IP route EIGRP, and I should be able to ping loopback to loopback ping from R3 ping 10.1.1.1 source loopback 0. So guys, this shows us we have the bidirectional connectivity. It's a small lab, but just understand EIGRP is very important again. Thanks for watching my videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.